Today in our 2017 GMC Terrain, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with 4-pole flat trailer connector, part number 56094. This is what our wiring looks like when it's installed. It's going to give you all the proper lighting functions for your trailer, give you your turn signals, your brake lights, your running lights, and your ground. It's also going to come with a dust cap that can second as a holder when you're not using your wiring to help keep it from dragging the ground. This wiring harness is a very simple installation. It just has two connections, one behind each tail light and your ground wire. First thing we need to do to start our installation is we need to get access to our tail lights. We're going to take a plastic trim panel tool. You can use a screwdriver if you want to. We're going to pop off these two caps. Next, we'll take a 10mm socket and remove these two bolts. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. Next, we'll remove the tail light. We're slowly going to start to pry on it like that and slide it back toward the back of the vehicle. You have a wiring connection here. What we want to do, you're going to push in on this tab and pull out. Next, I'm going to take an airline tube, or if you don't have airline tube, you can also make a plumb bob. You take a piece of string and a nut and tie the nut to the string. That gives you enough weight to drop it down through the bottom to the underside of the bumper, and I'll show you why. We're going to take our wiring harness. We're going to take the yellow side. I'm going to tape it to the end of my airline tube that's running down underneath the vehicle. I'm going to pull my airline tube up like this. Remove my connections from my airline tube. So my airline tube aside because we're going to be using it on the passenger side. And then we're just going to match the ends like this. Push it until you hear it click. Now we'll take our tail light, and the other end's going to replace the end that we took off. Just like that. And then we can put our tail light back in place. And we'll replace our caps. Just like that. Before I go back under the vehicle to route my wire across to the passenger side here, I'm going to go ahead while I'm up here and run my airline tube or plumb bob, whatever you decide to put down there, down to the bottom of the vehicle. I want to try to stay away from the exhaust as much as possible. So what I did is I went over the front of my hitch right here so that when I pull it over, it'll stay up and away from my exhaust there. I don't have to worry about it touching it. So from here, I'm going to take my 4-pole and the dust cap. I'm going to hook it right there. I'm going to take my green and white wire that's going to be going over to my passenger side, and I'm going to go up behind like this. And then right here, there's a bracket on the inside of the bumper, on the inside of the bumper fascia, I should say. We're going to feed the connections through the back behind it. Just like that. And then we're going to route this side up to the passenger side the same way we did our driver's side. So what I'm going to do with my extra yellow wire is I'm going to zip tie it right to the back of my hitch right here. This way I have all my extra out of the way. And if I need any more, I can always pull it out, get what I need, and put a new zip tie on. I'll go ahead and put one on this green wire here. Now we'll take some wire loom, just to kind of clean this up so you don't see the colored wires from the back of the vehicle. And this doesn't come in your kit, but you can find it on our website. We'll go ahead and pull our green wire up. We'll remove it from our airline tube or whatever you were using. I'm going to make sure you're not caught on your exhaust pipe. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a zip tie I'm going to zip tie this extra right here so it doesn't fall back down and leave me a bunch of extra down underneath. Cut off the excess. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to mount our ground wire. You can put it anywhere on the body as long as it's metal. You don't want to put it on any plastic. You want to make sure your metal is clean, if at all possible. You can find another bolt and nut that you can put that on. If not, your kit comes with a self-tapping screw. And you just want it to where it's tight, not so tight that you break the ring terminal or bend it. Again, we'll match our ends so you hear it click. And the other end's going to go into our tail light. Now we can take all this extra, push it down there behind the fender, reinstall our tail light. Now we can reinstall our bolts. Place our caps. Now we'll test out our wiring using part number I26. Brakes, left turn, right turn, running lights. And that'll do it for a look at and installation of the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with 4-pole flat trailer connector, part number 56094 on our 2017 GMC Terrain.